loving it so far. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to Newport Beach, California. We have been here this weekend. Today's Sunday. It's actually Easter Sunday. And we've been here all weekend. We used to live here, so it's really nice to be back and just like see our old spots, relax. And we go back tonight to Austin, so I really wanted to do something bookish while we were here, because last time we were here I didn't really do any of the like bookish things. So we definitely went to a few bookstores already, and we were in LA yesterday, so we went to the Grove, Barnes & Noble, which was like really cool. It was like 3 stories. And I did want to look around and find some free little libraries around here. That's what we're gonna do today. We're going to use our last day to kind of have fun, walk around, see if we can find any free little libraries. I'll be using the free little library app. I brought 2 books to drop off so that we can pick one, and then I'm going to read whatever we find when we get back to Austin. There is one that's on this boardwalk here that's always like, it's so stinking cute. It's like one of the cutest free little libraries I've ever seen, and it's right on the beach, and they had a few good books in there yesterday. I'm excited to see when we get back into like the suburbs a little bit more, see what is in those. Go ahead and get into this video and find what we're going to be reading in this video. We got our first library. This is actually at a church parking lot. Stop it. Marley and me. That's cute, actually. So we're looking for books to read. Not really seeing a whole lot. That's okay. We've got The Christmas Thief ×2. A lot of Carol Higgins Clark, whoever this author is. I've never read any of her books, but I think we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. This is cute. I feel like I'm messing up their church service, so I'm just going to move on. Cute though. Bye. I don't actually think this is a part of the free little libraries, but it's so cute. Look at this. These look like good ones. Oh, look. Honestly. It's like a young adult, but I would definitely read that. Here we are. This is it. This is the book I'm gonna get. This is also a really good one. I think this is it though. This is definitely a really good one. I also really like this, but I also just realized that I forgot my books in the car, so let me go grab those. Can you hand me the books in my bag? These are the 2 books. I'm gonna bring this one, you can keep going. We'll leave this one. Guys, just look how beautiful this is out here. Holy heck. So stunning. Look, we already have some really good ones. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I actually used to own that a little while ago. Melting Arctic. These look like they're kind of cute. There's so many cute little like kid books in here, like young adult books. I don't know if I'm really seeing anything that I want to read. It's kind of hard because we hit the jackpot like in the first couple ones, so this one looks kind of interesting though. I say we'll probably leave these and move on, but very beautiful. Also stunning house. Everybody give a round of applause for this beautiful husband here driving me around. Last one. Let's see what we got. Even if we don't find any books in here that I want to take home, I'm still gonna leave. Oh, look at it. Cute. Look, it's got a little... Definitely not a whole lot of books in this one, so maybe it'll be a good one to leave a book. Maniac Maggie? I don't know. This book is everywhere. This is interesting. Cliff Notes. Is it like a play? Rules for writers. We don't need that one. Alright. Let's leave our last book here. Leave a little piece of us in California. I'm very happy with this trip. I'm excited. We're just gonna spend the rest of the day in Laguna. We're in like Laguna Beach area right now. And we're just gonna spend the rest of the day here, and then when we get back to Austin, start reading the book that we picked. I'm so excited. Hey guys, what's up? Good morning, afternoon. Actually, it is already 6:20 in the day. It is not even close to morning. I don't know what I was talking about. We are back home from California now. It is Tuesday. We got back Sunday night at like 1 a.m. So I have since started our book for this video of The Book Club for Troublesome Women by Marie Botswick. This book is one that I have seen in the bookstore a lot recently because I'm pretty sure it's a new release, and I have been incredibly intrigued by this because it very much reminds me of The Mad Wife by Megan Church, I think, which was one of my favorite books from last year. Like I've said 1,000 times, I feel like. So I've become so close to buying this book multiple times since I've seen it around so much. And I'm so glad that I didn't, because now we get to read it in this video. And I am insanely happy about that. I still haven't really decided what I want to do with the footage that I got while we were in California, because I didn't have really a solid plan on what type of video I wanted to film. I knew I wanted to do the Free Little Libraries, but I ended up doing a lot more book shopping than I expected. So it kind of turned into like a half book shopping in California video and a half Free Little Library shopping video. So I think what I'm gonna do is do the book haul separate from this and have its own moment, because I have actually gotten a couple new releases and bought a few other books as well outside of California. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. But right now, this moment is for this book because I did start it this morning. I finished Game of Thrones this morning and then immediately picked this up about 60 pages in. I'm on chapter 6. So I'm right here so far, and I am loving it. I already, like, it was like page 2, I was like, yes, I'm gonna love this book because it is absolutely giving the Mad Wife vibes. And when I keep saying that, and it's because it's set in the 60s, so like 1963, I think. In the first couple chapters, or in the first chapter, we get points of view of 4 different women and their background on how they ended up finding this book club and like going to this book club. So you get to see each point of view, and then in the next couple chapters they kind of like convene into their book club and they're like discussing it and stuff. And so far it's been really cute. I'm only 50 pages in, so I haven't really gotten into the meat yet of this book, but I wanted to give you an update that I started it. I'm loving it already, and I'm hoping that it carries through. These types of books can be really hard to read sometimes because they focus a lot in on the oppression of like women and women's rights and stuff by society and expectations from society. So that can be kind of hard to read, but it can also be really eye-opening and powerful when we get to the end and kind of see women's like transform into themselves and stuff. So I'm really excited for that, if this is that kind of book, which I'm feeling like it might be. That is the update. We're starting this. I'm doing the book haul another time, maybe in the next couple videos. And I guess I can talk a little bit about like California, because I didn't really do any talking or like prefacing that trip. But basically, Jamie and I, my husband, we lived in Southern California for a while before I went to nursing school. We love the area. Hachi loves the ocean. Now when we go back and visit, it's just like really nostalgic, like going to our old spots. And of course, in Alex fashion, we had to see a couple bookstores while we were there. We went to Laguna Beach Books. We went to Lido Village Books in Newport. And then we went to a couple Barnes and Nobles. One that was in the Irvine Spectrum Center, which is where we used to go a lot. And then also we went to one in the Grove in LA, which was a beautiful Barnes. It was like 3 stories high. I just was like in heaven there. It was just beautiful. It was really fun. Very reminiscent of the Union Square Barnes & Noble because of this, like the multiple stories. But yeah, that's what we did. We had a fantastic time, just like relaxed by the water, had a beach day. It was a spontaneous trip. We were actually supposed to be camping, and we were both just kind of like exhausted from like previous activities that we had been doing, and we kind of just needed something that was a little bit more relaxing than camping in the desert. It's just been Hachi and I hanging out today. I just finished filming my physical TBR tour and it was a blast. I rediscovered multiple books that I've kind of like not forgotten about, but just don't think a whole lot about, so that's been really fun. I am gonna take Hachi out for his WOK right now before the storm starts. It's actually kind of brewing right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll update you guys once I get a little bit further into this book, and hopefully it keeps getting better and getting good, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts. I am on, I just realized the dishwasher's going, so it's probably kind of loud. I just had to update you guys, I'm on chapter 10 of this book so far, and they're literally just women trying to survive. Just a group of 4 women. You're just following this group of 4 women as they're trying to survive and like navigate the 1960s as housewives. One of them is a nurse, one of them is an artist, and one of them is a writer. And another one is like a young girl who like rides horses. Every single one of those things I love. It's just like, I don't know, it's very ironic and just is going to be a book that I love. It just is going to be because of all those things just by itself. But so anyways, yeah, I'm just listening to it as I'm cooking dinner, and two of them are like in the bookstore right now, like trying to pick out books together, and one of them's recommending books to each other, and it's just really sweet. Yeah, just really sweet. I think this is going to be a book about like female relationships and stuff and navigating life with each other and like advice and motherhood and like not losing yourself to just being a mother, but also like pursuing careers and stuff if that's something that you want to do. Like, I just think it's gonna be really sweet, and I'm loving it so far. I really am. I'm 112 pages in, chapter 10. Sorry, my hair is looking super wonky right now, but yeah, about 110 pages in now, and I'm just really loving it. I can see myself maybe finishing this tomorrow, depending on how busy I get tomorrow, but yes, so good, so good. I just finished the book club for Troublesome Women, and I love this book. This was such a heartfelt book, and it was really just like following these women's relationships with each other and following their friendship and how each of them kind of like navigated life together and helped each other during really tough times and like were each other's rock during those times. And I just really loved it. It was just like wholesome, but also talked about like some hard points and stuff that come up for them. A lot of like marriage discussions and like being a mother, and it's just, I don't know, I just really loved it and would recommend this honestly to anybody, because I think that anybody would really enjoy to read this. There was nothing that was too crazy, like nothing that really made me or like wrenched my heart out or anything, but I definitely think that this is a really solid book. It would be a good book club book to discuss. And yeah, overall, I just had like a really fantastic time, and I'm really glad that I found this in the free little library and got to read it, because I don't know, I don't feel like I would have read it anytime soon if I wouldn't have found it. So thank you guys so much for being here and watching today's video. If you have, I hope you enjoyed the free little libraries that we found in California. They were very cute, and there were so many free little libraries. I'm not exaggerating, like there were some on every street, it felt like, and we could have gone on and on and on for hours finding free little libraries around there. It's kind of cute knowing that a couple of my books are like floating around our old stomping grounds now. I definitely want to make a habit of this whenever we go travel and stuff, is like finding the little libraries around where we go. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week and weekends, and I will see you guys in the next video very soon. Bye guys.